had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They end up getting it.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, he completes it to Henry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run again with Harris. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former 1st rounder, getting in there for the sack. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded at the 20. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone. And this throw will be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. On 1st down, Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Folks' kick is good. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Oh, the hurdle. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert in the final. Seconds of the first half, and the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Tua, a final shot before half, and this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So we've reached halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. In motion, Hill. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 69 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for two. It's a run with Mostert. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Jones now on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. 20. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.